Good morning. I hope everyone had a great Veterans Day yesterday. And I just want to thank all the veterans and enlisted in our military. We really do thank you for your service. On behalf of the Northeast Illinois Council, Boy Scouts of America, thank you for joining us for our 9th annual Leadership Virtual Awards ceremony. My name is Leon Rockingham Jr. I'm the mayor of the city of North Chicago, and I am a proud Eagle Scout. This morning, we will recognize 4 outstanding individuals for their contributions to youth leadership. Hear some inspiring words from our keynote speaker and see the impact that your support of this event makes for under-resourced youth and families in scouting. At this time, I'd like to welcome our keynote speaker, Brian King, Charter Organizer, Representative of Troop 213, the Troop of Kings, from Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's learn a little bit about Brian and his role in the Boy Scouts of America.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mayor Rockingham. I'd also like to take the time to thank Scout Executive Nick Roberts, Director of Field Services Cynthia Gelman, and most especially the Outreach Coordinator for the Northeast Illinois Council, Ms. Martina Godinez. Again, thank you, and I appreciate this honor to come before you to share my why and my story and journey in scouting. Nearly 50 years ago to this day, I became a Weeblo Boy Scout, chartered to Holy Name Catholic Church in my hometown of New York. And it could not have come at a better time for me. I had to leave my childhood neighborhood home in Harlem due to violence and disruption from what was going on during the Civil Rights era and the riots after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. My mother felt that it was unsafe, and my parents were divorced. So I'm a young kid, about 19 years old, I believe, having to go to a new school, new environment, and scouting came and showed up right on time in my life, just when I needed it. A shy kid being picked on and bullied, I wound up having to go to a Catholic school. And at this school, they had a scouting program, and the headmaster of the school challenged me to accept the opportunity and the invitation to become a Weeblo Scout. They told me that I'd be able to participate in parades, wear a uniform, have caring adults, do fun, adventurous things. That promise was met, and it set the tone for my life's journey. I wound up in my second year being nominated and receiving the honor of Weeblo of the Year for New York City. I love scouting. I transitioned into the Boy Scout troop at Holy Name Catholic Church and spent a great summer at summer camp. Learned all of the skills that you learn at a summer camp event. Little did I know that initial experience of being in scouting and earning merit badges and getting my first couple of ranks would change the trajectory of my life. And what did I learn? I learned that character counts. I learned that the Scout oath and law really do mean something, and they show up often in our lives. So my why then was I needed the support of caring adults to guide me and show me the right way. And scouting provided that for me. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and we could not find a local scouting troop in our neighborhood, and I gravitated towards sports. But the thing that stuck with me was what my scoutmaster, a first generation Cuban immigrant American named Luis Santiago. He told me something that stuck with me. And he said, and I'm saying it to you, once the task has begun, never leave it until it's done. Be it great or be it small, do it well or not at all. And as a man, I took that opportunity to listen to those words in everything that I did through high school, through my college, through my initial years in corporate America. And that left a mark on me. And I, in turn, shared what I learned from my scouting years of being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. I carried those words into everything that I did in my life. And about mid-career, I had an opportunity to join the Atlanta Area Council and become a commissioned district executive, and had the pleasure of serving volunteers and scouts, doing all the full functions that professional scouts do. I did that well enough to progress in scouting from district executive level to director of district director, director of scout reach, and finally field director. The why then for me was I wanted to help at-risk kids, and I defined at-risk kids as all kids being targeted for the things that can get them off track. So I did what I could do to motivate volunteers, to inspire them, to thank them, to encourage them to give their time, their talent, and their treasure to this movement, this beloved movement called Scouting. And I did that so well enough that during a turbulent time that our council was facing, when volunteers were upset and jumping ship, I went and took it upon myself to reach out to every disgruntled volunteer and tell them a personal story of why I needed them to not turn their back on scouting. And I told them my story that I'm telling you. And I told this one particular judge, Judge Gregory Adams, who's now a Superior Court judge in one of our local counties, that he could not turn his back on the kids that were coming to him, and that allow me to help him stop the direction of kids going wayward and into the juvenile court where he presided. I said, let me be that soldier for you to show them a better way. And if you, sir, turn your back on scouting and badmouth us, what can we as professionals do? And he asked me this question. He said, Byron, how many kids are you serving? And I told him, currently I'm serving 3,000 kids with about 700 adult leaders. And I said, sir, many of these kids are from single family homes and they need the support that you have been given. But if you cannot give the support, could you please continue to give us a good word? And he says, how much does it cost to fund a scout? I said, in our council, it costs $300 annually. And I shared with him what that money goes towards. About a month later, I get a phone call from my district chairman, and he then tells me, what did you tell the judge? And I told him the story that I just told you. He said, Byron, he's giving away community money that had been unclaimed, and he's giving your district $195,000. And at that time, ladies and gentlemen, that was the largest single donation for a Friends of Scouting event in the district that I served. And I think that still stands to this day. That money was targeted specifically to help the outreach efforts, and the council saw fit to make me the Scout Reach coordinator. And I think in your council, it's called Discover Scout. And the why then was to reach out to as many youth that were at risk, high schools, middle schools, elementary schools. And my way of getting outreach to them was to invite them to our summer camps. And I'm going to challenge the Northeast Illinois Council to invite scouts, particularly those scouts that are in the Discovery program, to go to your Aquila camp, to your day camp, to your family camporees, to your twilight camps. I'd like for you to extend an invitation to every school in your Northeast Georgia Council and have those boys and girls come out to Camp Okora. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it incorrectly. And Camp Solar, and Camp MSR. By extending them the opportunity to see the beauty and the grandeur of scouting, it makes a difference. It answers the why scouting. Now, fast forward as an adult, and I'm now involved in real estate transactions for the nation, one of the nation's largest information buyers. We're a tech company. I got into this space about 12 years ago after I left the council. I could not leave scouting. So my church, Ebenezer Baptist Church, the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church here in Atlanta, Georgia, and has been chartered since 1944 on the bequest of the President of the United States to start an African-American scouting program in Atlanta, Georgia. And at the time, Pastor and Reverend Daddy King, or affectionately known as Daddy King, which is Martin Luther King Sr., he started a Boy Scout program, Troop 151. And in that troop was a young man by the name of Martin Luther King Jr., who was a scout and stayed in scouting for approximately 2 years, from the ages 13 to 15, when he left scouting to attend Morehouse College, my alma mater, and start matriculating at Morehouse as a 15-year-old. The scouting program remained and thrived for many years until one of Dr. King's troop members, who later became the scoutmaster when he passed, Deacon Griffin, we lost our charter number for not rechartering. So we are now Troop 213, and we affectionately call ourselves the Troop of Kings. I've done my very best to give to my troop the best that I can about what I know about scouting. I send kids to high adventure bases. I go with them. I raise money for the council, the district, and I'm involved because that why matters. It mattered to me when I was 10 years old, when I needed the caring leadership of adults. And it matters to me now that we continue this movement, this marvelous movement called scouting. Today is not about me, it is about the honorees. And I'd like to give honor and praise to those recipients of the Whitney M. Young Award and the Bahia Lapena Award, Brandon Ewing, Michelle Bauman, Howard Prager, and Miss Jacqueline Blandville. I'm remiss if I've left out anybody, but I do want to tell each and every one of you how thankful and grateful I am. This organization needs us now more than ever. The challenges of reaching out to the schools, inviting them to see your camp facilities, it works. I recruited thousands of kids for the Atlanta Area Council just by doing that. And I encourage my DEs that I supervise to be creative. This is a small council, but it's a powerful council. And I think that it's indicative of the type of people that are being honored today, that we continue to help our nation be more pragmatic in teaching patriotism, good citizenship, and good character. And with that, I ask that you think about your role and how you can answer the why, because this wonderful organization that's been chartered by the Congress of the United States for a particular reason, it needs us now more than ever. Thank you so much for your attention and your time.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Brian. We really do appreciate those words. You know, that is the question out there. You've got to answer that question, why? And we will take on your challenge for bringing in the Discovery troops to Camp Okora, And it's excellent to hear that $100,000 donation. That is something that is, scouting is needed so much. So again, we thank you for those words. Brian, thank you again for being with us today. As a token of our appreciation, we will be selecting one deserving scout to receive a campership in your name. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. And again, it's an honor for us to have you here with us. And I just want to also say that's an excellent saying, the troop of kings. The way to keep the kids involved. So thank you.
Thank you.
We now would like to honor and recognize our award recipients whose leadership and passion makes an impact on the lives of our youth in our community. Our first award this morning is the Whitney M. Young Jr. Service Award. Whitney Young was an American civil rights leader who spent most of his career working to end unemployment discrimination in the United States. As an executive director of the National Urban League, he worked for equitable access to socioeconomic opportunities for the historically disenfranchised. The Whitney M. Young Service Award is presented by the Boy Scouts of America in recognition of outstanding service by an individual or an organization for demonstrating involvement in the development and implementation of opportunities for youth from rural and low-income backgrounds. Our first recipient this morning is Brandon Ewing, president of Waukegan School Board. We're going to hear a quick bio on Brandon, and then we'll bring Brandon up to hear a few words from him.
At only 29 years old, Brandon Ewing is the youngest Waukegan Public School Board president in district history. His wife Monique is an early education teacher, and they have 3 sons, Isaiah, Nehemiah, and Josiah. Brandon has been a member of the Waukegan Community Church for over 18 years and is active in young adult ministry. Brandon is currently a branch manager for Baxter Credit Union. Brandon grew up in the Waukegan School District, attending Jack Benny Middle School and Waukegan High School. He continued his studies at the College of Lake County, where he was actively involved in Men of Vision, a male mentoring group. Brandon is the founder of several networking organizations. Fathers Matter, an online Facebook community with over 1 million members, addresses the issue of fatherlessness and provides encouragement, support, and activities that reinforce the importance of fatherhood. Mr. Ewing is also the co-founder of the Millennials Connected Networking Group, which connects, equips, and inspires young forward thinkers who are working to transform their local community. He is also a committee member of the #JustDoItVote Coalition and the host of Real Talk Live with Brandon Ewing. Mr. Ewing campaigned for his school board position with the slogan, "Running for the Future." He believes that all our children deserve a leader who is fighting for them. In his 2 years on the board, he has remained committed to that slogan.
Good morning. I want to first say thank you to the Northeast Illinois Council, Boy Scouts of America, for this amazing honor. I also want to take a minute and acknowledge my wife, Monique, who makes my public service possible, and our 3 boys, Isaiah, Nehemiah, and Josiah, who have to share their father with 15,000 other students in their entire community. I'm honored to receive this award because Whitney Young has been an inspiration to me and a leader I model myself after. Whitney Young said, "You can holler, protest, march, picket, and demonstrate, but somebody must be able to sit in on strategy conferences and plot a course. There must be strategies. The researchers and professionals to carry out the program, that's our role." And that is honestly where I see my role. For so long, people of color and minorities were cut out of those decisions, and left out of those rooms of power. As Urban League president, Whitney Young fought for and demanded a seat at those tables. And I believe that we have an obligation as leaders to make sure that we expand those tables that we sit at and offer more seats. I will again close with a quote from Brother Young. Every man is our brother, and every man's burden is our own. Where poverty exists, all are poor. Where hate flourishes, all are corrupted. Where injustice reigns, all are unequal. Thank you again for this award, and I appreciate the recognition.
Thank you, Brandon. Excellent. Well deserving of the Whitney Young Award. Thank you so much for being here. Our second recipient is Jacqueline Glanville, Manager of Engineering Standards with Abbott Laboratories and a lifetime Post Advisor for Abbott Robotics Post 140. We'll hear a little bit about Jacqueline and then hear from Jacqueline herself. Take it away.
Jacqueline Glanville Powers is a chemical engineer with over 25 years of professional tenure. In her current role in corporate engineering for Abbott, she oversees the Engineering Standards Program, which minimizes project and operational risks across work sites and supports Abbott's global growth strategy. Jacqueline is the first woman in her family to hold an engineering degree. She is also a certified project management professional. As part of her desire to give back and develop the next generation of engineers, Jacqueline leads the Abbott Robotics Exploring Post in partnership with the Northeast Illinois Council of the Boy Scouts of America. Through this program, hundreds of high school students from minoritized communities have had the opportunity to build and program robots while competing for awards and bragging rights. Jackie recently expanded this program to include the Chocolate Chips Association, whose mission is to instill a passion for science, technology, engineering, entrepreneurship, art, and math in young women, with the goal of increasing interests in related careers among underrepresented girls. Jackie is a Golden Life member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, an organization committed to public service. She helped to establish a local partnership between Delta Sigma Theta, the Chocolate Chips Association, and Girls Education and GEMS, a nonprofit that grows the academic abilities and the self-worth of young Black women, setting them up as ambitious and confident leaders for the future. Jackie is also a founding director of Profit Through Knowledge, a 501c3 charitable organization that serves the northwest suburbs of Chicago, impacting the lives of many underserved youth and families. She enjoys volunteering, helping others, and making her community a better place to live. She loves working with youth, introducing them to new experiences, and showing them that they are capable of more than they ever imagined.
Good morning. I would like to thank the Northeast Illinois Council of the Boy Scouts of America for bestowing on me this very special Whitney M. Young Service Award. I feel both overwhelmed and very honored. I never would have imagined being nominated for this award 7 years ago when I happened to notice a group of young students in our cafeteria building Lego robots. As I walked by, I was quickly drafted to help and soon found myself leading the program as the Abbott Engineering Explorer Post Advisor. I am so grateful to my fellow colleagues who have consistently helped me implement this program with patience and grace. I would like to dedicate this award to my parents, Norman and Ossie Glanville, for encouraging my interest in STEM and instilling in me a desire to be of service to others. Thank you, and thank you again for considering me worthy of this award. It solidifies my beliefs and passions and inspires me to work even harder for our youth.
Thank you, Jackie. Excellent. Very nice. Congratulations. Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Excellent. Love to hear it. Let me just say, that, robotics, to get our our young adults involved in that is instrumental. Just to be able to expand their minds in regards to just engineering as a whole. So we thank you so much for what you do for scouting here within our community. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Our third recipient is Howard Prager, president of the Advanced Learning Group and chair of the Jewish Committee on Scouting in Troop 62. Howard also is an Eagle Scout. So I'm sure they're going to kind of maybe mention that in his bio before we hear from Howard. But I do want to say, as a fellow Eagle Scout, congratulations, Howard.
He is a lead assessor for the NSI National Accreditation Board, a non-governmental organization that provides accreditation services and training to public and private sector organizations. He is also an instructor of senior human resources courses for the Human Capital Institute. Howard has received several professional awards for his work in leadership and team development. He recently published a book about leadership entitled Make Someone's Day: Becoming a Memorable Leader in Work and Life. Howard frequently mentors leaders in higher education and professional associations. Howard is also on the boards of the Ernest Thompson Seton Institute and the Northwest Concert Band. Howard has been a volunteer for the Northeast Illinois Council of the Boy Scouts of America for over 40 years and is also an Eagle Scout. He founded Troop 62 in Northbrook and currently serves as their committee chair. He is also chair of the NEIC's Jewish Committee on Scouting and will take on the role of Central Region Chair in 2022. He co-leads the NEIC Interfaith Committee, serves on the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, as well as the Nominating Committee. Howard received his MBA from the University of Michigan and his bachelor's in psychology from Northwestern University. He writes a weekly sports column and plays tuba professionally.
Thank you. And thank you, Mayor. I am very honored and humbled to receive the Whitney M. Young Jr. Service Award. All of us are here today because we care about youth and helping them develop to become great citizens and leaders through scouting. My recent book, Make Someone's Day: Becoming a Memorable Leader in Work and Life, talks about the memorable moments in our lives. And I think about my Scoutmaster, Jerry Gibson of Troop 16 Evanston, who was one of those memorable leaders. And like you, Byron, I moved to Evanston as a youth from New York, and scouting was instrumental in helping me grow and develop. My experiences in scouting propelled me to become a leader and create great experiences for the youth of today. My favorite saying is, anything is possible. I met Mr. Byron King, our keynote, and Ms. Sandra Black when I reached out to see if the Troop of Kings would share their wisdom with us in our virtual walk of faith. They said, of course. As the world becomes smaller, my wish is that scouting experiences can be one of the ways that we connect positively with one another while becoming more civil and respectful of our individual differences. Thank you to my family for your love and support, the Scouts and alumni of Troop 62 and 1062, the members of my Walk of Faith and Jewish Committee on Scouting committees, to the volunteers and staff of the Northeast Illinois Council, and congrats to my most deserving fellow award recipients.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you for those words. I definitely have to go and get that book, Make Someone's Day. And I just want to be inspired by the words that you have in it. And to play the tuba, that is something that is amazing. And an instrument that's, to me, is a very hard instrument, but I'm sure you play it with grace and dignity. So thank you so much. And thank you for having the opportunity for this award. We appreciate it. And our final award is the Scouting Vela La Pinta Service Award. This award recognizes outstanding service by an adult individual or an organization for demonstrating involvement in the development and implementation of scouting opportunities. The Hispanic American or Latino youth. Vila La Pinta translates to worth the effort. Our recipient this morning is Michelle Bauman, Avon Township Supervisor and longtime North Star District volunteer. Let's hear a little bit about Michelle and then hear from her herself.
Michelle Bauman is a native of Grayslake and an avid philanthropist. Michelle currently works as a part-time realtor, serves as the Avon Township Supervisor, and spends much of her time volunteering for the Boy Scouts of America Northeast Illinois Council. She and her husband, Jeff, have 3 children, William, Ben, and Madeline. In her role as Avon Township Supervisor, Michelle oversees programs that assist low-income families and individuals. These programs help pay for rent, utilities, medications, emergency assistance, and general living expenses. They connect those in need with necessary medical supplies such as wheelchairs and walkers and provide school supply donations. Michelle has been an avid volunteer for the Boy Scouts of America since her oldest son Will joined the program as a Tiger Scout. Michelle found a fantastic community of parents within the scouting program and began volunteering for events and committees. Michelle worked with the in-school scouting initiative, now known as Discover Scouts. Discover Scouts provides traditional scouting programs to minoritized youth during or after the school day, while building socio-emotional skills, leadership development, and confidence in kids. Michelle was instrumental in providing these programs to underserved schools within Lake County, connecting youth and their families with opportunities to learn and grow together through the scouting program. Michelle met weekly with these groups, training parents to take on leadership roles in organizing camping trips, STEM activities, outdoor adventure days, and other experiential learning opportunities. Michelle currently serves as an integral member of the Northeast Illinois Popcorn Sale Committee. She works one-on-one with scouting units throughout Lake and Cook County to improve their fundraising skills and work on strategic goals, planning, and process improvements for the entire council. Additionally, Michelle works in partnership with Mano a Mano, a family resource center with locations in Round Lake Park, Mundelein, Highland Park, and Wakanda. Their mission is to empower immigrant families to become full participants in their communities. Michelle has dedicated her life to serving others, serving her community, and leading by example. She excels at rallying those around her to get the job done and is the epitome of service above self.
Thank you very much for this award. Boy Scouts is about empowering youth to become leaders. Boy Scouts has empowered me to become a leader. There is no way, I always get emotional because there's no way I would be the person who I am if it wasn't for the scouting program and for the youth and the leaders and the parents that have inspired me. And that has given me the opportunity to give back to my community. I get so much more out of volunteering and helping the youth of today than people could ever imagine. I'm sitting here in an office today because somebody asked me to volunteer. Somebody asked me to be a leader. Somebody asked me to give back to my community. And I am so honored and privileged to have this award. And my family has supported me along the way. Thank you for this honor. I mean, I don't have anything, fancy to say but wow. If somebody did not ask my son to be a part of scouting, asked me to be a leader, there's no way I'd be able to give back and be a part of these youth throughout NEIC. So thank you to everybody who's ever asked me to lead. I became a leader because of the Boy Scouts. And that is something that I am so proud of, because scouting is not just for the youth, it's for the parents, it's for the adults, it's for our community. Together, we could change our community. We could change everything. It's just by service work and volunteering. And thank you for selecting me. I'm humbled. I'm in awe that you guys think about me like this. So thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And I understand, it's always an honor. We thank you for all that you do. I know as a servant of the community, being in the role that you are at Avon Township, it's sometimes hard to juggle a lot of things, but to spend your time in scouting, we do appreciate it. And like Mr. King spoke of the discovery and the efforts that you do in scouting for that, we really do appreciate all that you do and in helping our organization. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And I apologize. I keep looking down at my screen and I should be looking up at the camera, but it's just a habit of being in this Zoom. So let's give all of our honorees a big virtual round of applause and congratulate them for all that they do. Congratulations to each and every one. Oh, that worked out well. I like that. At this time, all that are out there, and I hope there's hundreds that are out viewing this event, it's time for you to get involved. Let's get those phones out. Let's get those phones out because, this is an award ceremony, but it is also a fundraiser. The Youth Leadership Week supports the Northeast Illinois Council Discover Scouts program, which provides lunchtime and evening scouting programs with staff and registration assistance to ensure all young people have the opportunity to benefit from the scouting values. This year, these programs have served over 350 scouts, and we are hoping to increase that number in the future. I want to thank all of you for joining us here today as we, Brandon, Jackie, Howard, and Michelle, for their outstanding service to youth in our community. We are now at that point. Our goal this morning is to raise the remainder of our $35,000 goal. As you heard before, the dollars raised this morning will be used to provide scouting programs for under-resourced youth in our community. We still need your help to ensure that all of our local youth have the opportunity to participate in the full scouting program. If you were here with a guest and someone this morning, please consider thanking them by supporting our program itself. Pull those phones out and text YLB21 to 41444. Okay, this is my speech. Now we've got to give $500. $500 will provide Discover Scouting program to the Fun Black and Gold Recognition Banquet. That is where the Cub Scouts have the opportunity to see their awards, and basically it's the best birthday party they have. Do we have anyone out there that will be able to support the youth community for $500? This is for the Blue and Gold celebration. $500 would really be appreciated. As we continue to see, there are people giving. We thank you for all your donations. We thank you for everything that you do. We want to ensure that Scouts in our outreach program experience as many of our traditional fun programs as possible. $250 will help provide a Pinewood Derby for one of our troops. Now, if no one has ever been in scouting, the Pinewood Derby is where our boys and girls come together. They make like a sled, and the sled is powered by the youth. They have a course they have to run against other troops, and just $250 will help to get those troops out there, build their sleds, and be a part of this event. Please give out, come out and donate and help our youth of our community. The ultimate goal is to get our scouts into the outdoors, where for a day of family fun or a week-long adventure. If you just text YLB21 to 41444, it will help a child to get to their day camp for $125. For just $125, get your phones out. Get your phones out. I figured, let me just say, for $125 to get someone to a Pinewood Derby, let's see if this thing will work. And yes, so please, if you go out and donate, $125 will continue to get children out to Pinewood Derby. It did work. I see my name popped up. Excellent. I hope others will continue to work towards that goal. Our goal is to try to get to that $3,500. We really do appreciate anything that you can do to help make that happen. No Scout has a better sense of pride and belonging with the Scout uniform. For just $75, you can help get a one of our youth into their uniforms. That gives them that pride. As you've seen Howard with his uniform on, our children feels the same way. As they come in for their ranks from Tenderfoot, second class, first class, Star Life, Eagle, they like to wear that uniform. Please come out and give. And if nothing else, the handbook and patches for the year, $25. Please come out and give. We really do appreciate anything that you can do to help our community move forward. And this will be up, continue on throughout the day. So if you have an opportunity and can't do it right now, please, you can still give to pull that phone out, pull that text message up, YLB21 to 41444 and give. Today, we just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone for being here with us today. We especially thank our honorees for your continued impact on our local youth, both in scouting and in our communities. I'd also like to say thank Brian King for being here and sharing his story with us. Thank you to all of you for the online supporting and your efforts this morning. I also want just to thank to our Scout staff. Cynthia, gentlemen, she has worked so hard behind the scenes, and all of our staff to put this on. It's never easy to do this, whether it's in person or virtually. Let's hope next year we could do it in person again, but we want to continue to make sure everyone is safe. So again, we just say thank you for being here. It is always a challenge to move forward, but because of you, the Northeast Illinois Council continues to grow and help those of underprivileged youth. So thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this event. We appreciate all that you do. Continue to give. Thank you, and may God bless you.